Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, when I asked you guys what kind of videos you wanted to see next, I got an overwhelming amount of response to do a full drugstore makeup tutorial. Now, I know you shady bitches thought I would never do it, but come on, if you're a makeup artist, you can make anything work. Not that drugstore makeup is bad, it just has a lot of tendencies to be more misses than hits from my previous experiences. And now that I make makeup, I know formula. So this was a really interesting experiment. And I just want to make a disclaimer that some of the makeup brushes are from my personal collection from other brands that are not drugstore, but every makeup product used in this video is drugstore bought. So if you want to see how I created all this, keep watching and see what happens. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take this Lip Smackers Dr. Pepper flavor lip balm and prime my lips. Now for face primer, I was looking through all the aisles and I like e.l.f. I've used some of their stuff before. I've never used this hydrating face primer before, so we're going to try it out. I'm not really sure how much you're supposed to use, but I'm just going to use a nice little handful. It's very mattifying. Okay, we'll let that dry down for a second. Now, you guys know the first thing I always do is put on a lot of foundation. So I Instagrammed that I was going to be doing this video and you guys gave me so many options and advice on what to buy. And the product that kept standing out was the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. Everyone is like, this is amazing. Everyone's raving about it. So I'm going to be going with shade 102 Shell Beige. Let's pray to Jesus it matches. I'm just going to take this with a Real Techniques brush. This is number 300. You guys know I love to dot it all around my face before I blend it out. Now, I've never used any of these products before, so let's see how they work. Okay, I think that's enough. Let me start buffing this in. Now, using new foundations can break you out. It doesn't matter if they are high-end or not. Changing your routine just freaks your skin out in general. So I need you guys to all pause this video and say a silent prayer for my face. Thank you. And as always, we're gonna blend to the neck, avoiding all the tattoos. And you guys know I have to dab that ear. I think that's good enough coverage for me. We'll see what happens. Before I do a lot of powder, I'm definitely going to conceal. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, you guys know I'm really not a fan of concealer, but this foundation is just not as heavy as I normally would wear it. I'm definitely gonna conceal, and I got this Maybelline Better Skin Camouflage Concealer. Let's try this out. This is shade Ivory. Alright, the sponge is damp. Let's start blending. Now, this sponge is really hard. Like, it's actually taking off my foundation. So, you see that? My foundation is like missing right there. Okay. We're not gonna use that. Let's go back to the brush. I'm just gonna use the same foundation brush and try to buff out some of this concealer before it's too late. Okay, much better. I'm like, ooh, Lord Jesus. Now, the cool thing about this concealer is it's not making any fine lines like more noticeable. It's actually concealing and doing an amazing job. Come through, concealer. Now, sometimes I do cream contour, sometimes I don't. We're gonna just do powders today. Now, I want a full mask of coverage, so I got the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder Foundation, and I'm gonna dust this over my entire face. Ooh, come through, matte. Hi, matte powder. Now, this doesn't have much color to it, which is what I wanted, but it does leave a really nice matte finish. And this shade was 100 Porcelain. You know I am a fair bitch. Now, there really wasn't a lot of highlight and contour kits at the drugstore. I did find this really dope one from Maybelline. It's called the Master Contour Palette. Just 3 shades. It's contour, blush, and highlight. I think the contour color is perfect for my skin tone, so we're going to try that today. And I also found this big bronzing powder. It's from Prestige Cosmetics. So I am going to contour first. I'm going to be using the Smith's Cosmetics brush, my fave new contour brush. I'm going to dip into the contour. And, ooh, this is pigmented. Okay. Let's try it out. Now we're gonna go down here and we're gonna carve our face out of stone. Now for the forehead, I'm gonna be going in with this Estee Lauder bronzing brush and we're gonna dip into that Prestige Cosmetics. Let's see how this is going to do. Oh my god, this has shimmer to it, motherfucker. Okay, so my dumb ass didn't realize that gold thing up there is shimmer. Let's wipe off the gold bronzing stardust powder off my forehead. Okay, think we're getting there. I might have a small halo, but it's okay, it's just preparing me to go to heaven. Now to soften that, we're just gonna use the same brush and dip back into that powder. Okay, we're pretty contoured, I'm feeling it. Alright, now contouring the nose is a little scary, so I'm going to be using the Oval 3 brush from Artis. Now I dipped in this once. You don't need a ton of product unless you want that. Alright, and I'm going to cap the end of it. Now for highlight, there is a highlight in here, which I'm going to swatch it with my finger because I have no idea if it's going to work or not. Ooh, this is really pretty. Now I'm just going to grab a Morphe 310 fan brush. I love this thing. Dab some on there and let's see if I'm going to be glowing. It's subtle, it's cute. I'm noticing that this actually has a little bit of color with it too. Add some little shimmer above the brows I'm about to draw on. Okay, this is actually pretty cute. The more I'm layering, the more shine I'm seeing on my cheekbones. Alright, for brows today, I tried to find something comparable to the Anastasia shade Taupe, and I found two things. This Maybelline Brow Define and Fill Duo, I think will match. Of course, it's hard to tell when you look at a unit carton and you can't swatch it. So I got this, and then also L'Oreal has a brow stylist, which had a brow powder in it. Brow powder was hard to find at the drugstore, so I'm gonna be using this guy. Obviously, I don't need this wax because I have no brow hairs, so we're just gonna dip into this powder and try to draw on with this. Okay, now that I got the shape down, I'm going to go in with this MAC eyebrow angled brush and dip into this L'Oreal. Alright, I decided on a taupey gold glitter soft neutral eye, and I am going to be using the L'Oreal LA Palette Nude 1. The lightest shade is probably my color right there, so I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to use my go-to MAC 252 brush and just apply this over the entire eye area. Definitely messy, a lot of fallout. You guys know I hate fallout. Now this Physicians Formula, these are all like shimmer shades, and this top one is like, it's really pretty, it has like a glitter to it. So I'm going to dip into this guy right here, and I'm just gonna put this right under the brow bone. Ooh, yes, shimmer. Now, let's go in with this e.l.f. contour brush. Now, I'm assuming this is for the eyes and not the cheeks. And I'm gonna go into this Wet n Wild palette. This is the I'm Getting Sunburned eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna hit this crease color. Eesh. Okay, I'm just gonna put this in my crease. Oh, this is dark, I like it. And I'm gonna leave some space below and put gold where there is no color yet, so bear with me. Okay, now I'm gonna buff this out, and I'm actually gonna do this taupe shade right here and go over that and soften the line with my MAC 224 brush. Just gonna drag the shadow down a little bit, take this brush again and go back in with the light color, and right below the shimmer I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to go in with this one. It's like a taupey shimmery color, and just add in a little bit more dimension to my lid. Before I do anything with the under eye, I'm gonna add some shimmer, and I found this pressed glitter pigment from Wet n Wild. I'm just gonna use my finger. I know that sounds very strange coming from me, but sometimes the fingers are the best. Good morning, Gold. Thank you for joining my lid. This is really pretty. Now this has like a sticky consistency to it, which is making it stick to my lid really good. All right, now I'm gonna take a Morphe 511 brush and really get in the inner corner, which I could not do with my fingers. And then I'm gonna go back over with this and really press it in, yes. Now I'm gonna take some of this and just put it in my inner corner below. Now for under the eye, I'm gonna take this Smith Cosmetics 220 brush, and I'm just gonna take this color here and just buff it under my eye. Now I wanted to try some sort of eyeliner, so I got this Revlon eye pencil, and I'm gonna put it in my waterline and see what happens. All right, now with the Morphe 514 brush, I'm going to go back in with that same brown shade that we just did under the eye, and I'm just going to buff it out, starting in the center of my eye and go outwards, and smoke it out a little bit more. Alright, now I'm going to go back in with this shade a little bit on the outside and blend it with my MAC blending brush, and kind of merge these two together. Now to me, these eyeshadows blend a little patchy. It's kind of frustrating having to go back and forth so many times, which is not normal for me, but I think I got the eyes where I want them. I was talking to my grandma about doing this video, and she goes, if you don't use the famous pink Maybelline mascara, I'm gonna slap you upside your head. If you've never heard of this mascara, you must be under an igloo in Antarctica, because this has been around before any of us were born. Alright, for lashes, I know this is a drugstore makeup tutorial, but I got these at the costume store and they were 89 cents, so I definitely think this will qualify. Now these are really big and dramatic. Not that you're shocked at all. I'm just gonna blow and wave. Say a quick prayer to Jesus. Now I'm going with the tweezers and I'm pressing my real lashes with the false ones. All right, second lash is on. Last but not least is the lips. Now, that was a hard one for me. I just wanted something really bright, corally, and fun. So I found this Revlon brand. It is a liquid to matte, but it's not long lasting like mine. So this shade is called Temptation. Of course it is. Oh wow, smells like a cake candle. Now, it's still wet looking. This looks like a lip gloss, but it says it is Ultra HD matte lip color. So let's give this a second and see if it is going to dry down. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes off camera and this still hasn't dried down. I don't know if it's supposed to dry all the way matte. It says matte, and matte's matte, and as you can see, it looks like a lip gloss to me. It's like slowly getting there, but it's still really shiny. I love the lip color. I don't mind the gloss. It's just not doing what it says, so bye. Now, last but not least, I was like, oh my god, if I can't use my Urban Decay All-Nighter, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I found this Maybelline, it's basically like a Fix Plus, but it's called Master Fix. So let's see what happens. Okay, let that settle. All right guys, that was the full drugstore look. As you can see, some of the products were really amazing. I kind of want to scrape off this gold glitter and eat it for dessert. As the video progressed, the foundation did not sit on my skin how I wanted it to. Maybe it was the primer, maybe it was, I don't know, who knows, but I love the look. I think it's really fun. It was a little challenging for me in the sense that I had never used these products before. Not that I was afraid to use drugstore makeup, but I just prefer higher end products because the formulas tend to be top notch, where some of the stuff I was really hard to do. So I hope you enjoy watching this and I will see you next time. Bye guys.